Hello everyone, Panis here, and I present to you 2 tall Lego towers. They were built for a contest hosted by a local Lego store named eBricks. The winning post was randomly picked after a certain height on the tower, and we didn't win, but we sure had a fun time when constructing the tallest towers in the challenge. Both the tallest outdoor tower and the tallest indoor tower. We went with an essentialistic approach for this project. Building the tallest possible tower was the objective of the contest, hence we focused on producing a sturdy and tall construction. Apart from the impressive height that we ended up with, I have to say that the aesthetic aspect is relatively complete as well. When assembling the tower, we used a spirit level to make sure that we were working on an even surface. The base is quite heavy and chunky, and the tower gets narrower as we work our way up. To finish it off, there is a studs not on top module. We didn't get that many footages of the assembled tower, since we had to save it from falling down by a wave of wind, but we managed to get the few pictures that we submitted to the contest. The tower is exactly 542 centimeters tall, making it the tallest outdoors tower in the challenge. By this time we thought that we would maybe never ever build a taller Lego tower. Then a competitor uploaded an indoors tower 3 centimeters taller than ours. We felt like we had to beat that, so we increased the height of the tower by introducing an extra module, and we assembled it once again. It managed to stay by itself for a few seconds, long enough to capture this photo, but it ended up in a flop. The tower shattered in pieces, but from those pieces, a new tower would soon rise. We used the modules that survived our failed attempt, we extended some of those modules, and we added additional modules in order to drastically increase the height of the tower. As you can see, we built as high as the ceiling allowed us to build. Judging by the lack of rules and by earlier qualified submissions, it was fine to use some sort of stabilizing help. In this case, the tower rests against, or is locked into, real-life elements, such as the railing. At a whopping 8+ meters, it is by a great margin the tallest tower in the challenge, and the most impressive tower you will see on this YouTube channel for a good while. When constructing a tall Lego tower, you should use this module technique, where you build the individual modules and later assemble them into one creation. Make sure that the modules can connect properly, making the assembling process easier. I highly recommend the studs not on top technique, especially towards the top of the tower. It allows you to produce a construction with not a lot of weight, but with a lot of solidity. Also, do not get hybrids, this is difficult stuffs, and you will quickly run out of Lego bricks. Do some calculations where you estimate the amount of pieces you will need for a certain height, and aim for that reasonable height. Then build a tower and learn from your experiences. From my experience, I learned one essential key to successful Lego towers. If it's windy, let the wind pass by. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Peace out.